This is Mayor Ron Anders with our mayor's minutes from our December 15, 2020 Auburn City Council meeting. We began last night in the Committee of the Whole by receiving a virtual presentation from the ETC Institute, and this is the group that does our citizen survey for the City of Auburn. We have put some publicity out about this earlier, but last night was the formal presentation of our awards. Basically, the City of Auburn has come in the top 10% of all the municipalities that the ETC Institute studies and surveys each and every year in multiple categories, and was actually #1 in trash collection. For all that information, I encourage you to go back through some of our social media and to our website to see all of the categories that we received high marks on. But at the end of the day, this shows again that we've got outstanding men and women that work for the City of Auburn. They're very dedicated to what they do each and every day. They are led well by our department heads and our leadership here at the City of Auburn, and I congratulate all of them. And thank you, citizens, for helping us be better by making recommendations and holding us accountable for our work efforts. So congratulations to the employees that represent and serve the citizens of Auburn for doing a great job. Under Public Parks and Recreation Board, we appointed Ms. Celeste Smith to that board. She will begin, her term begins immediately here in December and ends in 2026. The Historic Preservation Commission had an appointment last night. This is an unexpired term that begins immediately and ends on April the 20th, 2021. The mayor nominates to the Historic Preservation Commission and the City Council appoints. And so Nick Hayes was appointed last night to the Historic Preservation Commission. We appreciate his willingness to serve, and we thank all of those who desire to serve our boards and commissions, and encourage people to continue to look on our city's website for opportunities that you might be interested in serving your city. Under the consent agenda, we restructured a loan, a CDBG loan at 920 Slaughter Avenue. We adopted the CDBG amendment recommendations, and these are amendments to the 2019 Annual Action Plan. These are extra funds that the City of Auburn received through the CDBG coronavirus funds. This was $441,000, and after a public hearing, the city has allocated through our Community Services Department primarily to 3 areas: feeding programs, family support services, and youth support services. So this is extra money that we didn't expect to receive, but we're grateful for, and we're hoping that it'll be used wisely. And all these organizations that we've allocated this money to are proven commodities in our community, and we know that they'll do good work serving those that they reach each and every day. The City Council approved a tax abatement amendment for Leehwa America at 229 Enterprise Drive. In May of 2018, they came to the City Council and asked for a tax abatement, which we ultimately approved for some capital equipment improvements in additions to their plant, and now they'd like to do a facility expansion that'll be about $4.2 million. So we amended their tax abatement to include the equipment and the facility, and excited that we have a company here in town that is expanding, and that means that they're obviously doing well, and we're grateful for that. So thank you for doing business in Auburn. We approved updates to the Water Resource Management Design and Construction Manual. Also, as we continue on our consent agenda under contracts, we approved a contract with Pioneer Technology Group for $68,000, and this is third-party licenses related to our benchmark court case management system. This supports, obviously, our municipal court system here in the City of Auburn. We approved a contract with Alabama Power Company for $428,000, and this is to install underground all of the infrastructure and utilities at the South College Street, Sanford Avenue, Gay Street, Reese Avenue area, which will be undergoing a tremendous upgrade here in the next year. And it's our desire to get as many of those utilities underground as possible. Under ordinances last night, we approved an annexation of 18.3 acres on the north side of Moores Mill Road for James and Mary Gibson. We also approved an annexation of 1.9 acres located at the eastern terminus of Sutherland Lane. This is part of the Weber Farms neighborhood. The council approved a rezoning for the 1.9 acres for Weber Farms South Extension annexation. I want to thank the city council reps, the developers representative, and all the citizens for getting together and talking about the concerns for this annexation and this rezoning of this property. I believe we're all on the same page at this point in time, and it took all of us to get together and talk about that, and I just appreciate everybody being willing to have those discussions to talk through what this project is going to end up looking like. Under resolutions last night, the City Council approved a conditional use for Auburn Community Church located at 2102 Hamilton Place. When the City Council approves conditional uses, they last for 18 months. A conditional use is good for 18 months, and because of the world we've been living in over the last year, ACC has not been able to activate on their conditional use to begin building their new church. And during that time, they have readjusted the plan for their church and the size of their sanctuary and how much parking they'll have around it. And so anyway, they brought those changes back to us, and the City Council did re-up their conditional use for their church, and we look forward to them being under construction in the near future. City Council also approved an industrial use for property at 2490 Innovation Drive. This is for the Arkal plant, and this is their third expansion, and we're proud that they're expanding here in Auburn, and congratulations for them, and we were proud to approve this last night. City Council approved a road service use for RT Holdings, which will be doing business as Frank's Collision Center on 615 Opelika Road. City Council also approved a conditional use for Pruitt Pest Control at 1922 Professional Circle, and I want to personally thank Mr. Rusty Pruitt for doing an outstanding job with redeveloping an older building there and making it, creating a brand new use where you've got multiple companies that have office space inside this building, and he's doing another building additionally outside in the back, and so the City Council did approve that last night. City Council also approved a commercial support warehouse use, industrial use for property located at 2270 Riley Street. This is the SiO2 distribution center. We've talked about SiO2 a lot here recently, and we'll continue to be talking to them as we hope and see Moderna getting approval from the FDA for their vaccine in the near future. But SiO2's distribution center will be a very active location out there, and we were proud once again to approve that conditional use. Under Mayor's announcements last night, a couple things I'd like to add. I want to thank the downtown merchants and our public safety for another outstanding Auburn Christmas parade. We were blessed with wonderful weather a couple of Sundays ago and a great parade. I want to thank all the Auburn University leadership for doing the best they can to have a graduation ceremony this past weekend. It was great to see families in the city of Auburn dining with us and celebrating their children's accomplishments. It was great to see all of those young people having their photo taken in front of Sanford Hall. Congratulations to all of our students who graduated. You have endured a very difficult and unique time in your life, and we wish you the best and look forward to you coming back and visiting the town that you went to college in the future. But thank you to Auburn for pushing ahead and having a graduation ceremony this weekend. I want to congratulate the Auburn High football team for a great season. 2 weeks ago, they lost a heartbreaking game in the state championship, but those young men had a great season under difficult times. I want to commend their coaches, all the staff and leadership of Auburn City Schools for everything that they have done to get us through this school year as we approach the holiday season. But congratulations to the football team. You gave us great memories this fall, and you had a great season, and we're very, very proud of you. I want to thank the Habitat for Humanity local leadership team. We dedicated a house this past Saturday here in Auburn, and what a special time here at Christmas for our family to receive a new home. And what a special ceremony that was Saturday afternoon. So I thank their board president, Karen Turner, and Mark Grantham, their executive director, for the good work that they do each and every day. And we look forward to continuing to work with Habitat for Humanity to provide housing for those in Auburn who need that. I want to congratulate and thank the AU Club for hosting a fundraiser for Storybook Farms this past Saturday. There was a lot of people having a great time, and they raised a lot of good money for a great nonprofit in our community, and I just thank them for taking time to do that. The last couple of weeks, the city has dedicated well number 4. Very proud of the work of our water board and our water resource department. Well number 4 is going to add over 4 million gallons of water to our water supply each and every day. This will give us up to 17 million gallons of water a day that we can access for the citizens of Auburn. At this point in time, we're only using 7 to 8 gallons of water a day. So the estimates say that we are water secure up until the year of 2050. So thank you to everybody that has cooperated to make this happen, and congratulations to all the people affiliated with our water board, those volunteers who serve that board, and Eric Carson and all of his staff for making this happen, and what a great ceremony that was last week. We were also fortunate to have a unique ceremony as we topped out the parking deck, the Wright Street parking deck that is coming close to being completed. Myself and Mayor Pro Tem Beth Whitten were allowed to do the final pour into the final column of the parking deck, and we celebrated by having a great meal and a great ceremony up there. We hope that this will be available in late spring, early summer of this year, certainly as we come back to school in August and football season of next year. We hope that this 350-car parking deck is ready and waiting for you to park there and allow you to enjoy yourself in downtown Auburn. Today, the flags are flying at half-staff in memory of Command Sergeant Bennie Adkins, who passed away earlier this year. He is being interned today, December the 16th, at Arlington National Cemetery. We have talked about Bennie Adkins many times before. His bravery to protect us and to serve us in Vietnam has been chronicled, and he's been a great servant in our community, a great citizen of Auburn-Opelika area, and we honor him one more time today by flying our flags at half-staff. And then finally, I want to remind everybody as we approach the holiday season that we are excited that people in our community are receiving the vaccine at East Alabama Medical Center, and we are excited to know that there's hope at the end of this tunnel, that the light is on, and that all of us can see the day that we can receive a vaccine to prevent COVID-19 from continuing to spread. But until that time, we are still living in a very difficult and dangerous world. And I encourage people that as you go about your holiday season with your family and people that you love, as you celebrate the new year, to please be careful as you are around people who could be, it could be very detrimental to their health if they were to catch COVID-19. Just be smart and enjoy yourself. And I'm very proud to say that the Auburn Chamber of Commerce has again raised their hand and said we will help East Alabama Medical Center with a feeding program for all of our nurses, doctors, techs, therapists who are working long shifts, who cannot just leave and go get lunch or go get dinner. So the Chamber of Commerce is putting together a feeding program to support all of these men and women as they grind away to protect all of us and take care of all of us who are in the hospital right now. If you'd like to support that financially, or you would like to get involved with actual feeding, I encourage you to call Anna Hovey at the Auburn Chamber of Commerce at 501-3287, and she can give you all the information. I'm thankful that the Chamber of Commerce is willing to take this responsibility on, and once again, we are thankful to have all the men and women at East Alabama Medical Center who dangerously go about their jobs each and every day to try to take care of all of us and protect all of us. So please be careful during the holiday season. Enjoy your family, but please be mindful that we're living in a difficult time. This is Mayor Ron Anders. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2021.